Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'd like to think we're new and improved. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. I'm going to make a few changes, which I will discuss momentarily. I'm going to go over some current events with the channel and the Facebook page, and a couple things I plan on changing, and a couple questions, and as usual, you guys help me with a lot of this stuff. I don't know if you realize how much you help me, not only by supplying topic suggestions, but with your kind words and your encouragement and your help. Okay, you guys help me a lot, so don't get it faded. If you think you're bothering me, you're not. So I'm gonna go over a couple things, and then we're gonna get into a video that was sent to me by Word of the Day. And it was pretty recent, just happened like 5 days ago in another country. Okay, so let's jump right into it. I want to touch on a couple things before we get into it. Number one, make sure and check out the video from the interview with Canine Critic, and make sure and subscribe to her. Encourage her the same way you have me. Let's get some more good content out there, right? Right. I went and checked it out, and she only had like so many more subscribers since the interview. So, go check her out and encourage her along. And, subscribe, like. Number one. Number two, we have two moderators already, Isabel and Beanie Girl, and just the best moderators ever. Beanie Girl's all over it. She's never done it before, but she's like a freaking hawk, man. It's great. And a good friend. Can't beat that, right? So, number one. Oh, yeah. 2, 3, whatever number I'm at. We are now welcoming Gling. I finally figured out how to get her added on as a moderator. So thrilled to have her. I had to be honest, that was someone I used to look at on IHD and see the way she was able to interact with people and stuff and go like, that's what's up. If I ever had a channel, I would want her to be my moderator, and now she is. How lucky am I? And while we're on that topic, we'll go to two other parts that I wanted to touch base on. I think it's Kisaragi. If I'm saying it wrong, please correct me and put it in the comments. We are going to add her as a moderator, which I'm thrilled about. Another person I used to see on the streams and go like, man, I would make that person my moderator. They're so passionate and they're all over it. So I was just looking for a fluffy, but I don't know if I'm going to need one. Here. I'm sorry. I try to always be prepared, but I'm usually not. Let's see. So while we're on that topic, guys, my moderators, it's like a taco stand up in here. We need some sausage. You know what I'm talking about? We need some dudes. I need a dude moderator. I don't want to ask or offend anybody. I know people are busy with their lives. I would ask like vasectomy fail, but I know he's got his own shit going on, so vasectomy fail, if you're interested, let me know. If not, no hard feelings. I know it's a lot of crap to take on. The more moderators I get, the easier it will be when we go live, because not everyone's always going to be available. So if we have several, then we go live, then we're guaranteed to at least have 2 or 3 people, right? So that's where we're going with this. So we need to put some sausage in this taco. Wait a minute, that sounds really perverse. You guys know what I mean. We need some dude moderators. I want equality. Alright, so any of you gentlemen that have Sundays, evenings, moreover, because I'm still growing, so I don't need to like cover too many time frames just yet. But any of you gentlemen that are interested, please hit us up and join us ladies at the taco stand, huh? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to mark a couple things off the list here that I have just talked about. Alright, I had a super long day today, and I wanted to share part of the story with you guys. As you know, I volunteer at the senior center. I actually posed this question on the Facebook page, and I wanted to remind you guys about that too, so that's done. There are links and multiple videos linking you to the Facebook page. Please join us if you would like. It's a good area for us to vent without being suppressed by YouTube. YouTube's great in its own way, right? Don't smite me, YouTube overlords. But they have a pretty nasty habit of removing things. They don't even ask me. They remove my comments, okay? So if I don't answer comments or it doesn't seem anybody's seen them, they probably didn't. They took it down. So that's a good place for us to vent and talk without being suppressed and held back. Okay, so today at the senior center, and the question I posed to everyone is, I said, okay, here's the deal. I'm the only unpaid volunteer at the senior center. Okay, now they force people doing community service to work at the senior center. They got a bunch of options for people around here, but for most cities, it's things like senior center, trash pickup, like highway trash cleanup, animal shelters, and dog shelters, right? So, where do you think everybody goes? I even called out of curiosity, okay? I just wanted to put my foot in the water and see what was going on. And a piranha bit me. No. They have a waiting list. We're in a small town. There's a waiting list for volunteer work that is like weeks in. And then even then they can only offer you like a day or so a month. Then I found this flyer for a hospice care in town that needs people to volunteer to read to the elderly, help them clean their house, different volunteer work for our elderly. And there wasn't a single little piece of paper, it's like the little thing that has all the little rip-offs. Not one was ripped down. They had a flyer up for the animal shelter. It had one left. We're so displaced from our own kind. That brings me around to the next thing I wanted to talk about before I get on into this video. Guys, I enjoy me. I think I'm very funny, but I've been doing a little bit of reflecting lately, all right? Now, I'm a cusser. We all know that. I'm going to try to dial it down as I want this content to reach more people. I don't want to come off as hateful and rude and crappy. Look, I didn't use the S word, you see? That's sausage, you guys. Maybe that's what I'll start doing. I'll just dub through it, right? Or when I was using the R word the other day and I was using hand signals. Seriously, though, I am actually an extremely loving person. It's been brought to my attention by several friends and subscribers lately that it comes off as if, like, I'm out, like, killing just a dog for no reason. That's not true. I've never done anything like that. The dogs that I have killed that I've talked about in previous videos were all legal and completely justified for attacking cattle, for this, for that. I should chill, though, because and I'm gonna use my own words against me right here. If I want to open hearts and minds, I can't do it with a closed mind and heart. If I allow this crusade to consume me and make me as closed-minded and evil as the very critter and people, the dog culture, that I claim to be so angry with, then I'm no better than them. Okay? So, that's where I'm going to take it. I'm going to that's actually who I am. If you've, watched my videos, you'll see me start out with that ideal and then kind of, regress and go backwards and get angry. And as many people have said, and this isn't unusual, it's easy to get triggered and get angry. I cannot let myself be consumed by anger and hatred. I have to stay the pure, sweet, loving human that I am. I'm doing this because I'm concerned about humanity. I made this channel and I make these videos because I want to spread awareness, not to have some kind of angry, sad echo chamber where me and a bunch of people that agree with me bitch at each other. And then we unite against the one or two trolls that show up. That's not what this is about. I want to protect children. I want to spread awareness. So from now on, I want to stick to the video topics, the statistics, and the facts. I want to get my message out there and not have to worry about videos being taken down or people accusing me of being some kind of sadist. That's not true at all. And in fact, the critters that I did kill, and it's not just dogs, I've had to cattle and horses, and this isn't. This is what happens when you live on a ranch and a farm and you live that kind of lifestyle. Some people have other people around to do that stuff for them, and I'm that guy. I take great privilege and respect and seriousness in the fact that I've had to take the lives of critters around me. I don't want to relish in, not that, let me clear something up real quick. I was happy to have killed a lot of those dogs because they had caused bodily harm and injured friends of mine, their children, my child, horses, cattle, you name it. But I don't need to come off that way. If that's the case, then I need to make another channel, right? And do that kind of, I want to call it like smut, but do my smut talk over there and keep this professional and enlightening, okay? I'm not sure, but I think I might not have cussed this whole time. I'm growing up, y'all. And I can still be funny and have a good time. I need to listen to my own freaking advice. And it takes a big person to stop and look over and self-reflect and say, you know what? I'm taking this down a path I don't like, and this isn't who I want to be, and this is how I want to promote myself and be seen, and this is who I am. So like I said, I'm not going to let myself become consumed with anger and hatred. So I'm going to stop with all that anger, and I'm going to focus on the facts and statistics. Now, don't think I'm not going to be reading these articles and go, put this thing down, and all this other stuff. Obviously, nothing about that has changed. If a dog attacks a child, it needs to be put down. Flat out. That shouldn't even be a question. Humans are more important than dogs, farm animals. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it that way. I also think that will continue to help with the trolls and the weirdos that hit us up and want to antagonize and carry on, And so with that, actually, let me grab my cell phone. I apologize. So with that, actually, I was going to read a couple of fun messages I got so we could get a kick out of it together. Alrighty, so some great memes that we've been putting on the Facebook page, by the way. You guys should check them out. Once again, I'm not going to call this person out by name because I don't want you guys chasing them down and being poopy. Look at that. Crappy to them. But this guy hits me up this morning. First thing I get up. I've heard a couple of you express sentiment. You guys need to understand this stuff does not bother me. I share it because it cracks me up. This gentleman said, "You're about the ugliest hillbilly I've even saw." Then he realized how bad his grammar was, and he said, "Excuse me, ever." I like how he was polite then, right? But he actually misspelled your. Yes, it's R-E with an apostrophe, not Y-O-U-R. I've was incorrectly capitalized and placed. And I said, bunch of laughy faces, and then a big heart. Oh boy, someone likes me. Maybe when we start dating, I can get you a dictionary for your birthday. So, I had to share that with you guys. Let's see. Okay, let's get into this video that I got from Word of the Day, okay? I'm going to put the link in the description. I can break down for you basically what happened, but it's in all Spanish, as you know that happens around here, so it's almost like pointless for me to play the video, is actually what I'm thinking, because you guys aren't gonna be able to see anything. So what we will do... Oh, okay, yeah, let's do this one. How about I rip apart this 5 dogs thing. Let me pull it up. And we'll do that. That'll be a little bit more fun. My neighbors. And we will do, guys, the live stream will be Sunday evening, okay? Arizona time for me be around 5 p.m. That's Mountain Standard Time, whatever time that is for you guys. And then later, as the channel grows, I will switch up and do different times. So let's make fun of this dang video. Let me look and make sure I covered everything. This video about the dog attack from a few days ago, I'm going to put it in the description. You guys make sure and check it out, please. Yeah, so let's get into this. And this is the 5 dog breeds that make the best companions. And so we're going to basically tear this apart and explain all the ways of which this is ridiculous, okay? So as usual, and we've heard these statistics before, that 26% of UK adults have a dog, okay, amassing to an estimated population of 9.6 million dogs in the UK total. That's a lot of dog lovers, so here we go. Oh yeah, I did the 5. Hold on, I apologize, guys. It's the 10 I was looking for. There it is. Sorry. Still, though, it's a UK newspaper, so, and this came out just like a week or so ago. So let's get into this. Oh, gross. So these are the 10 most popular, adorable, and hypoallergenic poodle crossbreed designer dogs. And guys, we all know how ridiculous this whole hypoallergenic thing is. They still lick themselves. They're still covered in dander. They still pee everywhere. I don't need to hear all this stuff about hypoallergenic. All that does is just make them shed less. So they try to... This is like they like to use labels like natural. You know, that really doesn't mean crap depending on the product and who made it. So it's just fancy words to try to get you to buy things. So yeah, here they go talking about the lockdown. And so now these are poodle crossbreeds. There are head-spinning 221 different breeds of pedigree pooches to choose from huge hounds to tiny lap dogs. And just to confuse matters more, there are numerous crossbreeds to consider. Ugh. These designer dogs aim to combine positive attributes from 2 different breeds, and the undisputed champion when it comes to crossing canines is the poodle. We've done some videos about poodles before. They're really not the best family dogs. They're pretty aggressive, they're well known to bite, and they're very yappy. Very loud. So, you know, if you are the neighbor of someone with a poodle, or so unfortunate that you have to live with someone with a poodle, then you know what I'm talking about. Combining intelligence and an easygoing nature. Crucially, a hypoallergenic coat, the poodle has been used to create some of today's most in-demand dogs. People really like these crossbreeding, designer breed dogs. I find them even more useless and hideous than the regular dogs, okay? Love Labradors, but can't cope with shedding hair? No, I don't love Labradors. They are terrible. We have talked about this a few times in between some of us. Well, no problem, guys. You can get a Labradoodle. And those things, man, I've got to be honest, I've not met one that was respectful yet. And the owners seem to be just as deranged as the dog. It's just all up in your space, and people think like people... that you want to be around it, or that you're interested because it's this crossbred dog that everybody else is interested in. No. So, here are the top 10 most popular poodle crossbreeds. Okay? Oh, no. No, they're going through each list. Lordy be, help us all, guys. There's like so many. Wait a minute. I lost my spot. And this video I kind of made off the cuff, so apologies if... Oh, they took the page down. Weird. So yeah, apologies if I seem, a little... I'm totally not with it today, and, there was an older gentleman at the senior center today that had cataract surgery, and it went wrong, and he went completely blind. And it was really sad. We were all having a really hard time. He's super depressed, and he can't stop falling asleep sitting up, and he needed help. So it makes me want to cry talking about it. So I was helping him walking back and forth to the bathroom, and he's just so depressed. And then he went to try to sue, and they said he'd waited too long. And he thought that he might get better, and it just got worse and worse. And he literally can no longer see at all. And it was all just from a surgery that he had, and now they won't pay him. And he's like super broke and super depressed, and it is the saddest dang thing. And we talked about it, a little bit in the back. It was just really hard to watch. So I've just had a really long week or so. So yeah, that did not help. Let's touch on, look, they actually took all of these pages down. How bizarre. I just looked at these like day before yesterday, and now they're all page not found, page not found. Every one of them I'm pulling up. So half of this isn't me being stupid, or maybe some of these dog pages are starting to block me. Well, let's pop into the emails real quick. And, oh yeah, actually I had this one from Yusuf. And, I believe one of them was in English.
Who are you? You look vaguely familiar.
Okay, yeah. This one is part of the charity boss, Pen Farthing, praising the British, okay?
Is it real?
So let's do this.
Welcome back to my stand-up channel. I'm so glad we made it. Charity boss Pen Farthing praises British troops who helped bring 170 cats and dogs to UK amid chaos in Afghanistan. Pen Farthing yesterday praised the phenomenal efforts of British troops in getting his animals to the UK. The former Marine revealed almost all of his 170 Afghan strays have already been lined up for loving British homes. But he said 5 cats lost their lives on the first leg of the journey due to the effects of the trauma of the ISIS-K airport bombing and subsequent tear gas. Mr. Farthing, 52, landed at Heathrow yesterday, where he oversaw the safe removal of his 70 rescue cats and 100 dogs into the care of animal welfare experts.
Guys, I can't help but notice how the numbers keep changing. At first it was, 160 dogs and like 40 cats. Now it's 70 cats, the number like jumped up, and 100 dogs, and did anybody else notice that? Back to the video. And like I said, this was only from 17 hours ago.
And bruised from heaving their crates during a grueling trip from Kabul to Uzbekistan and on to London, Mr. Farthing promised not to rest until he is reunited with his loyal Afghan staff. Largely unaware of the government's alleged smear campaign against him, and the leaking of an explosive voicemail in which he threatened to destroy one of the defense secretary's advisors, he said he could not even remember leaving the message. "I haven't seen what has been said about me, so I can't really comment," he told the Daily Mail. Mr. Farthing credited the work of British forces on the ground in Kabul during the chaotic withdrawal. "From the second I met the British troops, during the Taliban British handover, oh my God, those guys were absolutely amazing, fantastic," he said. "The Marines and the Army tend to have a little bit of a rivalry, but I could not have been happier to see them at the checkpoint. We only had an hour to put the animals in Kabul." Some American troops on the airfield said, "Are you the dog guy?" and they dropped everything to help. The guys all came around, people who were off duty came over, and said, "What can we do to help?" And within 1 hour we had the animals all on board. It was amazing to be back in that fold of military people who actually cared, and are passionate about the Afghans and their plight. Mr. Farthing, who was met at Heathrow by a team of vets, added, "As the animals came off on the tarmac at Heathrow, I think they were shocked and stressed after that journey, but as they were coming off, I hope they knew they were going to somewhere safe. A lot of the animals are already adopted. We are not short of offers, so I don't think we will have much trouble rehoming the rest." Vet Dr. Ian McGill had earlier said he had examined more than 150 healthy dogs and cats from the charity Nowzad in Kabul. Mr. Farthing's supporter Dominic Dyer last night tweeted pictures of 3 of the dogs, writing, "Wonderful to see Nowzad dogs coming back from Afghanistan at Heathrow today." looking so fit and well despite the mod smear campaign claiming they would need to be put down. On the cats who died during the journey, Mr. Farthing said, "We had a veterinarian fly out to Uzbekistan to meet us and we did everything we could for them, but sadly it was too late." He said 25 staff and 46 dependents are entitled to resettle in the UK. But he was fearful that the Taliban would stem the flow of emigration after Western troops leave. "We all had a massive emotional cry. They said to me, 'You can't do anything more for us here. You must leave,' so I had to go," he said.
Oh boy. Guys, I'll link this. It's lengthy. We're going to go to the last article that Tony sent me that was pretty recent on this as well. Let me pull up the article. We'll give it a read, and then I will shut this video down for the day. I will put the link to the video from Word of the Day, and watch the video. If you don't know much Spanish, you know, but the video speaks volumes by itself, I'll put in the link to the video that Yusuf sent that we were just listening to part of it. And let's get into this, okay? Let's see, what do we got? Actually, this article might be older than I thought. And of course, he's trying to cover his tracks, this Farthing fella. Because he's talking about his wife getting home. And he says, but the aircraft was completely empty. Scandalous as thousands of people wait outside. Isn't he doing the same thing? I don't know. And then they kind of just... And he left the 71 staff members behind. He vowed to stay until all of them had found a way out of the country, but in this video we just heard, no, you go, you know, there's no hope for us. Okay. This whole story, like I said, now he's worried about his future trips to the airport for his other staff and employees. Alright guys, well I'll throw, like I said, I'll throw all these links in the comments. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video. I can hear my son coming to break the silence. Thank you to everyone, so much. If you're a guy and you want to help moderate, let me know please in the comments or email me. We will be going live on Sunday. Check out the Facebook page if you're interested. It has the same name and the links are all over the YouTube channel. You'll see some videos and links for it. Like I said, YouTube's big on repressing things, so they kept deleting every link we would put up. Just like, so, before my son pops in, I'd like to say, yes, just 1 minute. From the bottom of my dog-hating heart, I appreciate every single one of you. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves and protect your children and family. Feel free to criticize me or or to say, hey, good job, you did it. You didn't cuss, did I? You feel free to tell me if I did. But I'm working on it, and I just, like I said, if I want to be taken seriously, I need to clean up the content and act like it. So, thank you everyone so much. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I will see you tomorrow for the next one. I have the day off tomorrow, so I'll get to relax. Yes, sir, hold on. Thank you guys.